Alright, peace, y'all. Peace. Um, in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down the careers of a lot of these new generational rappers. Now, I'm gonna be breaking down a few things, so I'm gonna probably have to keep this only on Patreon. All right, for those individuals that are aware of these things, because I'm going to be showing a lot of copyrighted material, and also I'm going to be breaking down a few occult practices that these new generational rappers are into. All right, so I don't want this information to get into the wrong hands, so I'm not gonna put this out to the general public. Sorry, but I just can't do it. I don't want this stuff to get into the wrong hands, because I have to explain it to people that don't understand. Also, I apologize if I was taking slightly long with the videos. My pattern had been messed up due to the fact that I was getting off of vacation, and my birthday's coming up, so I'm trying to just get things in order and still provide content for you guys. All right. But I'm going to be talking about three different things. Well, two individuals in particular, and one specific topic that I find to be very interesting. All right. But I want to focus on the new generational rappers. Okay. First and foremost, I want to give my respects to the artist XXXTentacion, because he will be a prime factor in this video here. Okay, now some of you guys may or may not know, XXXTentacion recently did a documentary on Hulu, which is titled "Look at Me Now." Okay, and he got a lot of flack from this documentary here, because people were unaware of the story that actually took place. People were calling him an evil person and things of that nature. A lot of his fans were unaware of how he carried himself behind closed doors. All right, but I'll leave that to you guys to go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's really interesting. But I'm gonna pinpoint a few things that I saw in this documentary and give you guys some pointers on this. All right. So as we all know, XXXTentacion was a American rapper who came out with the song "Look at Me," all right, which went platinum. The song was poorly recorded. It was very poorly recorded, all right. But I want to focus mainly on the spiritual aspect, on how and why this took off, all right. So if you guys watch the documentary, you'll see his whole progress from him starting off up until the point where he became successful. All right, they leave nothing out. All right, but like I said to you guys all the time, when these artists, okay, because everything is spiritual, okay, everything has to do with a spirit. When you're doing this music stuff, anything that you put your mind to, okay, is going to take a spiritual being or force to push you through there to that threshold. Okay, the rap game, okay, whatever you decide to do, you need that spiritual force to push you through to that next plateau. All right, so XXX started his group, which was titled Members Only. Okay, it was a group of individuals that were all collective, and some of the guys in the group were trolls and would leave comments to kind of like push him up to the next level. They would all post his music at once, so he had a little group of collective individuals. Some of them were artists, some of them were trolls as well. All right, but when he started this group, he moved in, okay, with his first manager. okay? Bruno, I don't even want to say his name, but Bruno Dickens, all right? That was the guy that gave X his first opportunity, okay? Now, here's what I truly believe. Now, we all know that the porn industry is demonic in itself, okay? Now, this guy was very successful, all right? And he took in a liking of XXXTentacion, okay, and showed him the ropes, okay, of this spiritual realm that he needed to tap into, okay? Once he gave X, all right, this knowledge, X ran with it and took it forward, all right? He ran with it and took it forward, okay? But like I said, when you guys tap into that stuff, okay, it messes with your mind, okay? You feel there's a dark energy that resides over you, okay? And this is clearly what happened here.
He was kind of buzzing at that point. He was making like underground hits, you know what I mean? And then people start peeping like, oh, he might be the next one up, you feel me?
My hair is just a reminder of telling me to fucking relax, basically. It's a reminder of me telling myself that, yo, you are human, and that you are not a god, you are still on the planet Earth, and that you need to remind yourself that karma is a real thing, and whatever you give out, you will get back.
I knew that something was off. The voices in the head came. He would tell me, like, he would not sleep at night. And he would tell me he hears voices.
Literally, he would be like, oh, I took LSD and I've talked to a spirit that's a demon and told me information about myself, about how long I'm gonna live, that they're gonna come get him at some point. I really didn't like that shit at that point.
Yeah, it was a very dark time.
And if I end up getting shot and killed for what the fuck I'm doing,
And if I end up getting shot and killed for what the fuck I'm doing,
or if I end up getting my ass beat at some point in time, or nigga, if shit get hard on me, it's because I deserve it. That's point blank, period. Everybody will get a death. Everybody will get a death that is deserving. Everybody will get a life that is deserving. Everybody, you will get what the fuck you deserve. Karma.
All right, so as we see there, things took a spiral turn for XXX. You know, after he started indulging in a lot of this demonic practice, okay? Now, you know, he goes through a situation with his girlfriend where he's changed. His mentality has changed. Now he's become a different person, okay? And to the point where his girlfriend didn't even recognize him anymore, all right? Now, like I said to you guys before, when you dealing with these occult practices, right, you're going to feel that feeling of death surrounding you, okay, that unfeeling pleasant. You won't be able to sleep. These spirits will haunt your soul, okay? And it's something that most people can't get out of if they don't repent, okay? If you don't repent and you allow this spirit to enter your soul, or you give your soul to this demon, things like this will transpire, okay? Where he was arrested and incarcerated, okay? But this worked out in his favor because that spirit, okay, that spirit wanted to leave him in that secluded area.
Oh, man. Yo, my fucking name comes up, my nigga. Jose D. Onfroy, better known by his stage name XXXTentacion, is an American hip-hop recording artist from Plantation, Florida.
Can't keep my dick in my pants.
can't keep my dick in my pants.
Now, while he was incarcerated during this point in time, I'm not sure what took place with him, okay? But he actually got into more of a spiritual practice during this time, all right? And, you know, started tapping into astral projection.
I feel you. Do you think like the more, so like you're saying the more success, the worse it's getting? Do you think that's because maybe like it feels like, it kind of almost feels like empty? Like you just said, like kissing the wind. Like
Yeah, I've always been empty, though. I think I'll always be empty. It's a big problem. It's like a void nobody can fill.
Where do you think that comes from, or do you even know?
depression and self-hate, abandonment.
That's wild. I don't even know what to say. How did I guess to switch it up real quick, how'd you get into music?
I didn't know what else I wanted to do, and music I felt was the only way I could express myself or express my depressed thoughts or any sort of excitement that I couldn't display as far as doing anything in life. Because I mean, when you get very emotional and you feel a certain amount of depression or a certain amount of happiness, what else is there really to do besides do extracurricular shit like
music, sports, stuff like
sports
that.
and shit like that. But I wasn't that type. I just, like I said, my mind in itself eats itself. It's a very humiliating process.
What's your favorite song you've ever done?
I spoke to the devil in Miami. He said everything would be fine.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's dope. I feel you.
So it's just all a pyramid scheme, man. I'm trying to go up in the pyramid scheme as we speak. All I do, see, the thing is, a lot of, you're gonna realize all of life revolves around energy, bro. And I mean it when I say a lot of these artists take energy from their fans and shit. I don't do that. I just make you fucking
I feel like you give energy.
Yeah, I kind of do. I'll have you admit energy. I'll add mine to it. Have you spit it at me, spit it back at you, and have it multiply. Yeah. Pretty much, and then I'll just end up drained after. But it's always good because then in the long run, with me not being selfish with as far as with the energy I'm giving, I always get it back and more. Yeah. So it's really about having that passive state of mind. Pretty much, it's like man, if you're more accepting and you're more and you're less of a conformist with anything that you do, man, you get rewarded a fuckload, man. So if some shit happens to you and you accept it, man, you're gonna get rewarded. And I mean that. Horrible shit is gonna happen to people. Horrible shit is gonna happen to me. I mean, good shit is gonna happen to me. Wonderful shit is gonna happen to me, but horrible shit is gonna happen to me. So I mean, all I can do is accept it, or else it's gonna break me. Bro, 3 months in that county jail will change you, bro. 3 months in any jail will fucking change you, bro, because you realize nothing is worth you being in that shit, bro. They're taking your soul from you, bro. Yeah. They're telling you you're gonna spend the rest of your life here and there's nothing you can do about it because if you run away, we're gonna come get you. Yeah. And we got barbed wire, so you're gonna have to fuck your skin up to get out. They're telling you you're fucked. Your soul is ours. You feel me? Yeah. That's the last thing you wanna do. And then you go in there, and if you go in there with no knowing, bro, you're gonna go in there and it's gonna be a ton of bricks hitting you, because you got to go in there spiritually aware, bro. You got to go in there knowing how to lucid dream or astral project or meditate or reach a higher level of thinking, or to make your soul basically leave your body, bro. That's the only way you're gonna get out of jail. That's the only fucking way, and all that shit is possible. Look up astral projection. All of that shit is possible.
Yeah, I'm a big sleeper. I lucid dream.
You lucid see, and bro, that's the point I'm trying to get to. When I was in jail, I got to the point of learning how to astral project. I got into the point of learning how to meditate. I got into the point of learning how to see which energies I'm using in my body. I got into the point of knowing all of that shit. I'm this is just something that's available to anybody. I'm not saying I'm putting everybody on beat that should practice this shit, because, bro, I don't think it's fucking fair that nobody's getting a chance because they don't know this shit. Pay attention to that shit. You are the key. You are the key. Nothing else is the key.
Okay, now like I said before, astral projection, is a spiritual realm. All right, that's the same thing as going into a coma. Okay, it's the same thing as dying. All right, that same force, that cosmic force, all right, is what these people like this like to tap into. All right. Now, with him tapping into this energy, all right, and I don't want to give the documentary away and spoil it for you guys, but there was a few things that I did notice in this that kind of made me he got into some stuff he probably shouldn't have. And rest in peace to the brother, man. Like I said, I don't want to disrespect him or his family. I'm going to be respectful, but, you guys got to be very careful, man. And he was a young kid, man. He learned this stuff, along the time when he moved in with that guy, all right? So, you know, you can't let people, and I'm going to tell you guys this, if you have children out there, you know, you cannot let people, you know, put these type of things in your children's mind, all right? This is why I'm here to inform people about all of these practices that go on. If your child wants to be in the music business, you can't just send them off to a guy that has money and expect, you know, positive results out of your child, because you don't know what these people are doing, all right? You don't know these people from a hole in the wall, and you're allowing them to teach your children, all right, this bull crap, okay? But when I was watching this, you know, he spoke to his label owner and basically said this.
We were sitting down eating, and he was fucking around with the chopsticks. And we were just sitting there, and we started talking about kids. He was like, "You're gonna be a great dad." I said, "You're gonna be a great dad too someday, bro." He said, "No, I'm not." So, what do you mean? And he just looked me dead in the eye, and he was like, "I'm not gonna make it past 21. And then just went right back to fucking with the chopsticks. Like he hadn't said a thing.
Okay, so it's sick behavior, man, how these people do, you know, and I want to tap into this as well, because I don't want to stretch this video out too long. I just want to get to the prime factors. Somebody asked me about the rapper Trippie Redd, okay? Now, Trippie Redd, okay, is the middle child of 3 brothers, okay? Now, he has a older brother, which was named Dirty Red, okay? Now, Dirty Red was also an artist, okay, which he was rapping before Trippie Redd was rapping, okay? And suddenly, in the year of 2014, which is tattooed on his face, okay, his brother dies in a car accident, okay? But I want you guys to pay very close attention to this interview here, okay?
Love Scars. It's just a brand. I was thinking of like something catchy to come up with, so I made up Love Scars, and I got it tatted before the song was even a thing. It's a scar. My brother, he had passed away in a car accident. His face is like scarred, right? So I just got a scar. Love Scars. What about on your eye? It's a TR666. It says 14 on the 800. It's basically the same shit as 14.8. So this is the infinity symbol. You know what I'm saying? It's the infinite loop. The red is negative energy, and the black is positive energy. So I got like different 14s and shit going into infinity, and all it just symbolizes is that I'm to infinity, and all that shit matters, like the positive and negative energy, like you need it.
All right, so as you can see there, if you can decipher exactly what he says, okay, he actually came up with this idea before, all right, the song was even created, all right? So this was all a plan, okay, that has to take place, all right? These artists, and I'll be honest with you, these artists, these young artists that get involved in this stuff, man, are not aware of the practices that they're doing. Or some of them are, all right, and don't care about it, all right? But, you know, when we take a look at these things and see how their life transpires throughout the paths that they take, all right, it's disturbing, man. It's really disturbing, man. Also, I want to say this. I want to say this to you guys. Now, I mentioned talking about occult practices and things of that nature, right? But I want to say this to you guys. You have to be very careful in following these artists, okay? And their whole ploy to tell you about angel numbers, okay? Now, when you see these artists, okay, with numbers tattooed on their faces, Okay, like you see Lil Wayne here with the number 17. Okay, Little Pump here with the number 17. You got these Island Boy twins, the 17 here. XXXTentacion, the 17. Okay, Trippie Red with the 14. All right, these artists get these numbers, okay, tattooed on them, okay, as a representation, okay, not of angel numbers, but as a representation of the 22 paths of the Kabbalah. All right, now, if you on my Patreon, don't tell nobody I told you this, because this is top secret shit here. All right, but the 22 paths of the Kabbalah, okay, is a plan that most people that are involved in this, okay, they live out. All right. Now, I don't want to go into details on how people tap into this stuff or how they get involved in it, but this is actually what these guys are representing. Now, I want to pinpoint something out about the number, specifically the number 17. Okay, now we see this a lot being shown to us in the general public. All right, but I found something very interesting about the number 17. Okay, so it says here, Daniel 7's beasts have 7 heads and 10 horns, for a total number of 17. Okay, they represent world ruling powers from Daniel's time to the second coming of Jesus. Okay, the devil's end time system. Okay, that would represent that devil's end time system will represent right now. You see all of these mass shootings going on and all kind of stuff, coronavirus, and all of these rappers are dying and a whole bunch of stuff, right? This is the end times. This is a representation of the end times. So these rappers are tapping into the Kabbalah and they're getting this wisdom from these spirits, all right? Let's continue. We'll have 7 heads and 10 horns, which total 17. Now let's take a look at what this guy said here in an article about the connection to the Kabbalah and the number 17. So he says here, but there is more to consider with the number 17. In the before mentioned article about the number, I shared 17 was held significant by those involved with the Kabbalah, because path 17 is believed to lead the righteous to reward. All right,
and you're less you're less of a conformist with anything that you do, man. You get rewarded a fuckload, man. So like, if some shit happens to you and you accept it, man, you're gonna get rewarded, and I mean that. Like,
here an incredible understanding between the number 17 and the Visca Piscis can be understood. All right, y'all know what the Visca Piscis is, right? All right, let's keep it moving. In wondering why 17 is important and why it was linked as the path of righteous, an answer was given. One of my favorite passages in the Bible is Proverbs 4:18. The path of the righteous is the first gleam of dawn. All right. Now, y'all remember I told y'all about that golden dawn, right? All right. Dawn is the coming together of night and day. All right. Of moon and sun. This point in time, dawn, is given as a likeness for a path or doorway. Okay? The two circular merging shapes of moon and sun, like the Visca Piscis, impart a remarkable vision in one's mind of this doorway, a path of the righteous. All right? So when you see this infinity symbol here, okay, on this guy's hand, that's a representation of that. All right, it's the same thing. Okay, it's two circles merging. All right, to represent that revolving door. Now that pathway is what they would consider enlightenment. All right, but when we see these artists tapping into that energy there, all right, that's a clear indication that they know what they're doing. Okay, and they're promoting it to you on their face. All right, these people are walking billboards. All right, they are walking billboards. They don't care about you or I. They're there to get a check. All right, and now let me be honest with you guys. The artists are merely just the puppets. Okay, in all actuality, they are merely just the puppets. It is the record label, okay, that is telling these people to put this tattoo on them. okay? To market it to the general public, to say, hey, that's a stamp, that's a product of our belongings, all right? There's no way in hell that this kid right here would know what the number 17 represents, all right? Now, take a look at this here. Take a look at this here.
Hey, bro, about a week ago, I sold my soul. You understand what I'm saying? And ever since I sold my soul, I haven't been happy ever since.
All right, so now with him saying he sold his soul, all right, some people took it as him making a joke and things of that nature. But when you get involved in this stuff, okay, I don't think that this guy was actually that hip to actually know what the number 17 represents, okay? Not to downplay the brother or call him ignorant or stupid, but he just doesn't strike me as an individual to be knowledgeable about the Kabbalah. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody probably basically told him about this knowledge, and he went and put that on his face, which will be there for the rest of his life, okay? But he don't know that he tapped into this energy, and you know it's gonna just it's gonna just run rampant in his body. All right, so you guys gotta just be very careful, man. And you know the new generation of rappers are the ones that we look at, because they're being heavily pushed to us at an all-time high. All right, but I don't want you guys to fall victim to a lot of this misbehavior. You know, some of you guys out there may have face tattoos with a lot of this stuff on it, you know, these numbers and things of that nature, and may not even know what it means. All right, you're just doing it because your favorite rapper did it. All right, but you guys got to be very careful. Don't think that every time you see them talk about numbers, they're referring to angel numbers. These people are in the Kabbalah. They're practicing Satanism. They're in the Kabbalah. All kinds of mess, all right? But, you know, like I said, man, you guys just be careful and be knowledgeable out there and, you know, see what's right from wrong. You know, I'm going to try my hardest to, you know, give you guys more and more insight on this. Yeah, man, but you guys can stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be dropping a lot more content this following week. I know I've been, like I said, I've been slacking, but I'm back on it, y'all. Peace.